He was the poster boy of Wall Street, one of the world's greatest investment bankers. Today, Rajat Gupta was sentenced to jail for insider trading, a remarkable career ending in disgrace. Still, the 2 years that Gupta will have to spend behind bars is considered a relatively lenient sentence, following a judgment which has taken into account his lifetime's dedication to philanthropy.
He declined to testify at his trial, but Rajat Gupta took up the judge's offer to address the court before he was sentenced. Speaking out for the first time since insider trading charges were filed against him, the Indian-born Rajat Gupta, who was orphaned when he was 12, said, "The last 18 months have been the most challenging of my life since I lost my parents as a teenager. I regret terribly the impact on family, friends and institutions that are dear to me."
Rajat Gupta's defence team tried unsuccessfully to keep their client out of jail, saying the loss of his reputation was a punishment far worse than prison. They called his tip-offs an aberration in an otherwise laudatory life. But the judge was having none of that.
Rajat Gupta is a good man, Judge Rakoff said, but the world is full of examples of good men who have done bad things. Over 400 letters of support had been submitted to the judge, including from luminaries like Bill Gates and Kofi Annan. Judge Rakoff admitted that he had never encountered a defendant with such an extraordinary devotion to philanthropy, but said a prison sentence was necessary to send a message to insider traders that when you get caught, you will go to jail.
The law has been vindicated, Main Street has been protected, and Wall Street has been warned.
Gupta's lawyers have made it clear that this is not the end of the legal battle and that they will appeal.
The government also has to be mindful about its ethics, because when they got the permission to wiretap Rajaratnam, which is the parallel case, there are issues as to whether it properly applied for the wiretap permission, whether it may have misled the judge, and these issues are going to be hotly contested in appeal.
He is a man who is a man of integrity. It's unfortunate that, in a very weak moment, he erred. It was an error of judgment.
With the sentencing complete, Team Gupta is now moving on to the next chapter, appealing his conviction. But even that may have to be done behind bars. The judge refused Gupta's request to remain free while he appeals his case. Gupta will have to surrender to federal prison authorities on the 8th of January. In New York, Sarah Jacob, NDTV.
Get the mics out of his face. Get the mic. Well, On India decides, should Rajat Gupta have been spared a jail term? Joining us now, Dr. Gurcharan Das, author and former CEO of Procter & Gamble. We'll be joined by the rest of our panelists in a little while from now. Dr. Das, 2 years in jail. Do you believe that an adequate message has been sent out, or do you believe that this man should never have been jailed in the first place?
I think we have to listen to what the judge said. The judge said that he was a good man. At other times he said he was an exemplary man. A third time he called him a worthy man. And what he said was that even good men make mistakes. They err. And that's what the world is. And I think what he was saying is that because they err, they have to be punished. And therefore I think that what he did was uphold the rule of law. And I wish that we would uphold the rule of law more often. And in India, the same thing. What happens? That an investigation begins, then it lasts for years, charges are filed, yes, a trial is held, guilt is established, but then years go by without anything happening and people lose interest. And so it sends the message that some people are above the law. Now, recently we've had a case, a similar case, where Robert Vadra, there were allegations about his connection with DLF and DLF's connections with Haryana government, and we have not even thought of a probe.
Okay.
So this is a time for us to think some more about ourselves, and it's a wonderful, wonderful lesson for us in India.
India's #1 news app. just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.